My order came in from brand new U.S. Mint coins of the Morgan and Peace dollars. The only thing is that I did not order them from the United States Mint, and I also didn't pay the same price as the U.S. Mint. I'll explain as we explore. And this is something that I have not seen before, to actually get coins at a different price than the United States Mint. Now, from a different company. Now, usually you can do that, but you're going to pay more unless the aftermarket takes its toll, and that's what usually happens with U.S. Mint products. But this is something different, and I think a first time. I've never seen this happen with any other coin program the United States Mint has offered before. I actually got these coins cheaper than I would have paid if I ordered directly from the United States Mint. That is amazing. And essentially what that means is that these are brand new coins, and on the first day that they were made available, or maybe a day after they were made available at the United States Mint, other dealers were getting them and selling them to the public, undercutting the United States Mint right out of the gate. Now, that is not necessarily unusual for other world mints, but you know what they say, the United States Mint is way behind, and they are behind, that's for sure, with that regard. But nonetheless, it's nice to be able to get some coins at a cheaper price, and them being brand new with all of the packaging included. And I'm going to explain exactly what that means and why that's important here in a moment. Speaking of mints and collectible coins, Summit Metals is increasing their inventory of some pretty amazing products. And they have a deal with the New Zealand Mint, who has a sub-brand called Agoro, as you see there, with multiple different products that you're witnessing here on your screen. Amazing products that are being offered for all ages in different styles based off of comics, movies, sports, all kinds of different things. And you're going to see these things. I'm going to show little shorts of each of these pieces here so you can get a better look at them. But it's really, really cool that Summit Metals is expanding in that way. You know, they started out as a bullion dealer, just buying the most common bullion products. But now you can get collectible pieces as well. And it's really intriguing. They also carry germanium mint products. So make sure to check them out at summitmetals.com. And stay tuned for some short videos where I take a little closer look at each of these pieces. So these coins, with the original packaging, otherwise known as original government packaging, OGP, you know me, I'm down with OGP. It's unusual for the United States Mint to provide these brand new, in fact, it's never happened before that I know of, brand new with the original packaging available to dealers to sell to you cheaper than what the United States Mint offers them, which means that these dealers are getting a very big discount for them. Now, we know that has happened in the past, which is what is known as the Authorized Purchase Program, the APP, Authorized Purchaser Program, I think is what it's called. But usually those involve getting trays of about 40 coins, from what I understand, whether they be proof dollars or other types of material, maybe even these types of coins. And what the dealers do is they send them off to grading companies. And because there's no OGP, there's no need, because they're going to be slabbed anyway. And likely that is probably what happened to a great number of these. And likely some of these dealers decided that while they're getting them, they can order in bulk, this bulk purchase program, and get some of them in the original government packaging. Now, why did I get these? Well, number one, they were like $6 to $7 cheaper than the United States Mint. And I purchased these, even though they were expensive, but still cheaper than the Mint, because they cut the mintages down almost in half this year. And that's a first, which means these aren't as popular as the Mint had hoped. They're not making as many of them, which means that this could be a year that they may accumulate a bit of numismatic value down the road. Plus, I wanted to get some coins from 2025. This is a kind of a special year, and I wanted to get coins from 2025, and to be able to get a nice, pristine, uncirculated, or probably we'll get the proofs as well. Figured I might as well go ahead and do it. And I do like that they have returned to better packaging. In fact, the capsules and the clamshells are much better. A little lower profile, smaller profile rather, which is nice, and it has an attractive look to them. And so yeah, I enjoy the packaging. They've finally kind of have returned back to that. And the quality of these coins looks really good. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. The United States Mint has suffered from some quality issues in recent years. That is between administrations, by the way. It's a bipartisan problem. Of course, I say that, and now I see there's a little mark on this, but it might be on the capsule, might be on the coin, might just be a little speck of dust. Who knows? But nonetheless, to be able to see this happen, other mints have done this before. They have authorized purchasers or exclusives with some mints, or with a couple of mints where they sell products, and you can get them worldwide through these dealers, like the Perth Mint, for instance. They have a lot of exclusives with APMEX, but there's other dealers as well that will have deals with Perth Mint and other mints to be able to get them and be able to distribute them to you a little bit less than what the mint could sell you directly for. And that's been going on for quite a while with some of these other mints, but not with the United States Mint. Well, now they are coming on board and doing it themselves and being able to provide something where you can get them cheaper from some of these other dealers. I think that's great. That way it allows more access to products at a cheaper price, at a competitive price, because different dealers have different prices for these products. So that's intriguing. So I believe this is the first time I've ever seen this. And let me know if you know of any other time where this has been the case. But I believe 2025 is the year this has started, because I've seen other products that are on pre-sale or about to go on sale from some of the dealers as well too, from other items from the United States Mint with no pricing on them yet. So it's very interesting and fascinating to see. Now, going back to what some people are probably yelling at their screen saying is that, why would you buy these coins when you can get for less money a real one from the original issue dates? Well, yes, I've got those. I already have some of those. Plenty of those, actually, in nice uncirculated condition, Morgan and Peace dollars. But, I decided, why not get some of these here with a little lower, much lower mintage than those other pieces. Modern issues, recreations of them, and likely because this series may be ending soon. It's based off of the legislation. It is at the discretion of the treasurer and the U.S. Mint as to whether or not they're going to continue this. And it really happened in 2022 when the planchet shortage was occurring, and there was a problem with supply chains from COVID, and there were no Peace and Morgan dollars issued in 2022. That already broke the cycle. So we have 2021s, and they really think produced too many Morgan dollars that year with these different privy marks and mint marks. And then came 2023. And then 2024, last year, now we have 2025, and the demand just keeps dropping like a stone on these. And again, I know people, they want to get the classic designs and not these modern reproductions, but in reality, they are actual coins. It's made by the same mint that produced the old ones. They just have a little bit of different finish to them, and really that's it. And they're made of 3/9 fine silver. It's another a thing about these things, and that is a little bit different. And the year, the finish is different. They have that blast matte finish here, rather than the regular uncirculated finish that you saw from the original issues. And that's pretty much the only difference. Now, I will say for the Morgan dollar, it does appear in some cases here, looking at the detail, to be not quite as sharp of a strike as the original, especially those from the San Francisco Mint in 1879, 1880, and 1881. Really crisp details and almost a proof-like finish for those years from the San Francisco Mint. But even other mints, they had, and again, maybe it's just the finish that softens the design a bit. That very well could be it too. But in some aspects, I kind of wish they would have preserved the original finish, which is brilliant uncirculated. But of course, they're probably thinking what is it, that it would be too shiny, too reflective, and therefore you wouldn't really be able to make a whole lot out of the detail of the design then, because it's too shiny. So that's why they do the proof versions, to really bring the strike out. So I think I can understand why they did this matte finish for the uncirculated variety here. So there you go. Nice. Let's see if this trend continues with the United States Mint, offering, I think it's especially good for these higher mintage pieces over 100,000, to be able to see offerings like this from other dealers out there at a cheaper price. I think it's a good thing the Mint did. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. And I think they did a good job. They did a good job with the quality of these too. But let me know what you think. And with that, I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.